Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today we're diving into how our communication shifts when we're tired or stressed. It's something we all go through, and it's super relevant.
Right, because let's be real, life doesn't have a pause button, even when we're running on empty.
Exactly. And when our mental energy is low, things can just unravel. For instance, our patience, clarity, and even the tone of how we speak really suffer.
Yep, you start getting irritated by the tiniest things, and even normal words can start feeling, off-putting.
For sure. Now, one of the key points here is the idea of lowering your communication expectations when you're feeling drained. Instead of aiming for perfection, it's more about being clear, even if it's simple.
Yeah, I mean, come on. When you're wiped out, perfection's definitely not on the agenda. It settles down to, basic understanding.
Right. It's like
Yep,
instead of trying to craft a masterpiece sentence, you aim to just get your point across. And speaking of that, there's that slow down rule that gets a lot of attention when you're stressed.
oh yeah, that really hits home. When everything is sped up under stress, you end up speaking faster than you think, and that just leads to mistakes.
Exactly. You start going faster than your brain can process, which makes everything messy. So, slowing down, taking time to think and speak, helps reset that pace.
Mm,
It's a bit like giving your brain a mini vacation.
true, but there's also the challenge of keeping your messages short and clear. When you're tired, long-winded explanations often do more harm than good.
Absolutely. Simpler is better. Something like saying, I'll handle it tomorrow, or let's keep this simple, works way better than dragging out a convoluted explanation.
Yep,
Less is definitely more in these moments.
right. And I appreciate that they recommend using simple, honest statements too, like admitting, I'm a bit tired right now, or I might not be at my clearest state. It really opens up understanding on both ends.
Sure does. It's like being upfront about your state of mind, cutting out any pretense. And honestly, it can prevent any misinterpretation that might occur if you're slack.
Mm.
No need for dramatic pauses when honesty does the job.
Now, here's something interesting. They also suggest avoiding important conversations entirely when you're in that drained state. What do you think about that?
I think it's solid advice, although it might be a bit controversial for some. If you're not at your sharpest, even heartfelt discussions could go awry.
Yep,
But I do see the flip side. Avoiding tough topics might delay resolution.
exactly, and that's where I want to respectfully challenge that point. Sometimes, addressing an important issue head on is necessary, even if you're tired. You risk letting problems fester, right?
That's a fair critique. I agree. It's all about balance. Maybe a compromise is to acknowledge that you're not operating at full capacity and ask for a brief pause, or even um, suggest revisiting the topic when you're more
Mm,
focused. That way, you're not ignoring the problem, just postponing it for clarity's sake.
exactly. A little transparency goes a long way. Now, another solid piece of advice is about controlling your emotional reactions. Stress amps everything up, making even minor issues feel explosive.
True, and even a 3-second pause, just a quick breath, can be the difference between a smart response and a regrettable outburst.
Yes,
It's that moment of calm before the storm.
speaking of breathing, it's such a simple yet powerful tool to reset your mindset. Taking slow, deep breaths can help you regain clarity when your emotions run high.
Yep, it's like giving your brain a quick reboot. When you consciously take that breath, it signals that it's time to slow down and recalibrate mentally.
Mhm.
It's almost like a mini meditative pause.
And then there's the advice to listen more and speak less. When stressed, our words tend to be rash. So absorbing what others are saying can um, really reduce unnecessary mistakes.
Exactly. Focusing on listening reduces the chance of reactive mistakes and lets you process information more thoughtfully. It's almost like giving yourself a little space.
Yep.
Sometimes silence is more powerful than a quick word.
And finally, protecting your energy after a stressful interaction is crucial. You know, taking a few minutes to reset can help you bounce back better for the next conversation.
Absolutely. After a heavy talk, stepping away, even if it's for a brief moment, can make a huge difference.
Mm.
It's all about preserving that mental energy for what matters next.
So to recap, we've covered a lot. Lowering communication expectations, using the slow down rule, keeping messages short and honest, avoiding critical talks when you're low, controlling reactions, and even using breathing techniques as a reset.
Exactly. And all of these tips form a practical guide for managing conversations when you're mentally drained.
Yeah,
It really emphasizes that perfect communication isn't the goal, but rather controlled, clear, and honest communication.
right. It reminds us that sometimes simplicity and a little self care go a long way. And it's cool how it's all very down to earth.
You know, sometimes I think about it like um, driving a car on a long, exhausting road trip. When you're tired, you need to slow down and maybe even take a pit stop before the next stretch.
Yep,
That's exactly it.
I like that analogy. It makes me wonder, how do you handle it personally when you're in that state and a convo starts spiraling?
Well, when I notice I'm getting agitated, I consciously remind myself to lower my expectations for perfection. I might even say something like, hey, I'm a bit tired. Let's keep it simple.
Mm.
That tends to ease the pressure.
And I tend to take a deep breath, a few of them, before replying. It's amazing the difference that makes.
Exactly, it's like a reset button for your brain. However, I still think that sometimes, even with these strategies, emotions can overrun us. It's a constant work in progress, isn't it?
Yes, for sure, and that's why practicing these techniques regularly is so important. Over time, they really do help in maintaining balanced communication.
And let's not forget the importance of being honest about our state. Instead of masking our tiredness, sharing it can actually build understanding on both ends.
Yeah.
It keeps things real and relatable.
Yep, it's all about creating a space where both parties know what to expect, and maybe even adjust their tone a bit.
Well, that wraps up this conversation. Remember, whether you're exhausted or stressed, controlled communication isn't about being perfect. It's about being clear, honest, and taking care of yourself.
Exactly. So if you ever find yourself in a low energy state, just try to slow down, breathe, listen more, and keep it simple.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep practicing these techniques, and we'll catch you next time with more practical insights on making communication work for you, even on the tough days.
See you next time.